Almond tree, Prunus dulcis. The almond tree. Before your eyes rest on its branches, let your hands discover its truth. The almond leaf is slender, tapering, with finely serrated edges, light as the thought on the verge of disappearing. To the touch, it is flexible, soft but not fragile, a green skin shaped by sun and wind. Run your fingers along its back, and you'll feel a subtle ridge, a central line that guides like a gentle spine. The branches are graceful, smooth, with bark that peels here and there, like a journal left open to time. But it is when it blooms that the almond tree reveals its soul, its blossom pale pink, almost white at times, appear while winter still lingers. They are the first to break the silence of the frost. Each flower opened into a delicate corolla, 5 petals like rice paper wings, trembling, weightless, yet strong enough to withstand March's early winds. To see them is like hearing a promise. The almond tree, Prunus dulcis, comes from far away, from the Middle East and ancient Persian lands. But it has found a second home in the Mediterranean. It belongs to the Rosaceae family, cousin to cherries, peaches, and apricots. It grows tall and elegant, often solitary in the fields, like a quiet thinker. Its roots dig deep into dry, stony soil, and yet, each spring, it manages to produce beauty, abundance, fruit. Unlike other trees in its family, the almond blooms early thanks to a unique physiological rhythm. Its flower buds begin forming at the end of the previous summer, maturing silently through autumn. So, when January comes to a close and light increases just a little, its cells begin to awaken. It needs only a few degrees more, and then it blossoms, without waiting, without fear. It is the first to grieve the spring while others still sleep, entrusting its flowers to the hope they will not freeze. A calculated risk, an act of trust. The fruits of the almond tree do not offer themselves immediately. After the blossom comes the drop, oval, velvety, pale green. When it dries, it splits open, dropping the stone inside, the almond, like a heart wrapped in layers of patience. Sweet or bitter, crisp, white, covered in skin that time itself has taught us to remove with care. Once opened, it is pure nourishment, rich in oils, proteins, and memory. In ancient cultures, the almond tree was a sign from the divine. In the Old Testament, it is Aaron's rod that flowers by the will of God. In Greek myth, they tell a tale of Phyllis, transformed into an almond tree from grief, and Acamas, her beloved, who returned too late. When embraced the tree, it bloomed. In Sicily, for an almond to blossom in January was a secret message from the gods that beauty could be born even in the heart of waiting. Farmers knew it well. Almonds were harvested by beating the branches with long sticks, spreading cloth beneath the canopy. They were stored year-round, used in sweets, festival, weddings, and with almond paste, they shaped miniature fruits, brightly colored little masterpieces, sweet offerings of love. Today, the almond tree lives in gardens and countryside with the same quiet radiance. It blossoms before the others and dies back before the others. But anyone who has seen it bloom once never forgets. It is the tree of silent courage, of beauty that makes no noise, a fragile and powerful announcement that life, even when it seems to sleep, is simply preparing to return. And so, as you brush against it, you understand the almond tree doesn't demand, it accompanies. It is like a poem learned in childhood. You can't recall when you first heard it, but every spring it comes back to you.
you.